remember having this moment when I was running Vino Mofo. And my co-founder and I, we were over in Silicon Valley, and we were chatting with this legend of the 70s and 80s of Silicon Valley, and he was at lunch, and it was really cool, right? We were fanboys. And anyway, at the end of this lunch, I remember he was asking this question of us, and it was like questioning, this sort of like build a company and flip it and sell it or IPO it, and that everybody, there seems to be the pattern, raise some capital, sell a company, become a VC or whatever happens, and that probably was in our heads as well. And he posed the question of, what if companies were for generations to come? What if you thought about this like a play for your kids and their kids? What if you thought about not selling this, and what would it take? And I remember coming back and really going, could this be it for my life? Could I be, a founder and CEO of a wine company? Is it my calling? And then at the time I thought, I could, if we made this company an example of what businesses could be, what new business could look like. But I had to actually connected with this purpose in me that was, no, I have to actually change culture and change the business of culture. And so I started an agency that is more an incubator to create companies, but an agency to transform companies around this manifesto that I've started building out and connecting with people who are all around the globe that think this way. And it's a new way of business. It's called the Human Business Manifesto. It's about changing the way we think about business and this sort of, the form of capitalism that we found ourselves in, it's a legacy from the Industrial Revolution, which is that businesses exist to provide value for shareholders. No, we exist to provide value for the community, this ecosystem. It's customers, it's employees, it's suppliers, it's the community we operate in, it's the frickin' planet. It is built off these pillars that are what scale is right for who, at what point do you have to compromise on what you want to do, you as a founder and a team, but also this thing that you want to create, how much does it need to compromise to be scaled to everybody? And that's what I'm starting to do, help companies transform into this new way of business and show them that it's not just a better way and an important thing for us all to do as humans, because not everybody can win. And if we're in a win business culture, just going to propagate forward to this massive disparity that we're all talking about being afraid of, where the 20% have won and the 80% have nothing. And we can't do that. It's not sustainable. It ends up being more burden on the 20% anyway. So a new way of thinking, but not only does it need to happen and is it important for everybody, it also, people are holding businesses accountable. And you're seeing it in banks, and you're seeing it in royal commissions, you're seeing it in people abandoning, taking their custom away from, and calling out companies like Facebook on privacy and like Uber on bad culture within leaders and founders. And it leaves companies vulnerable to disruption, not because they weren't at the forefront of product creation, but because people want to be dealing with companies that they respect and value, and companies that are doing the right thing. And this is a good age for us to be in. Brands being built on what they stand for. People inherently want to do the right thing. They're just afraid that it's going to be counter to profitability and counter to what the board will approve of or what the market will like. But no, that's changing too. And so I'm in the business now, which is really exciting and really fulfilling, of helping organizations change for good.